Hello and welcome to another episode of Cartoon Mistakes with Urban Monkey. Cartoon Mistakes is a brand new show that takes a look back at some of my favourite cartoons from my childhood and tries to find as many mistakes in them as possible. In this week's episode, I'm going to be looking at Donkey Kong Country. This first mistake involves a problem with one of the textures in the scene.
Peeking until later. I can't wait to see what you got me.
If you notice, the surfboard's texture is flipped, so that the DK on the tie actually reads KD. When Funky turns around, you can see that the other side is shown correctly as DK. My guess is they just copied the front of the board's texture and used it on the back as well, not realising that the image was flipped.
Sounds like everyone got me really great presents.
Oh, not everyone. I'm sure Kranky got you the same useless gift he gets you every year. Glow-in-the-dark pajamas.
The next mistake occurs in one of the many musical numbers found in this cartoon. When the three characters first come together, we see that to the right of Donkey Kong is Kranky, and then further to the right is Diddy Kong. Yet when the camera angle changes slightly, the two characters are suddenly on the other side of Donkey Kong. This episode, a mistake occurs right at the beginning as the camera pans down to show Diddy and Donkey Kong. In the background, we can see 5 barrels, with one of the 5 stacked on top of another one. Yet, when the scene progresses and Candy comes out of the warehouse, that barrel is no longer stacked on top of the other one. And it's the same when you see behind Donkey Kong as well. The barrel is still missing. Then when the scene progresses further, suddenly all of the barrels outside have gone.
What's he got that I don't have?
For a kids' TV show of the 90s, the 3D animation in this show was pretty advanced. Yet there were still quite a few mistakes involving the character model's clipping. This one is perhaps my most favourite. Take a look at Krul's mouth as he opens it. Here you can see he has a massive hole in his mouth, where you can see the green texture of his skin on the inside of his mouth. In this scene, Donkey Kong has disguised himself to be the director of the film that the characters on the island are filming. Here we see him wearing a wig as well as a moustache. When he chases down the bad guys, they drop the crystal. Yet when he catches it, his wig has suddenly gone, but he's still got the moustache. Then, when the other characters thank him, and Diddy Kong comes up to him to congratulate him, the wig's suddenly back on his head.
Never mind, keep rolling. My darling will always have Congo Bongo.
DK?
This next mistake technically isn't a mistake, it's just a funny scene that I saw while watching the show. Keep an eye on the banana and watch how it just flies into Donkey Kong's mouth. He doesn't even squeeze the banana to pop it out, it just flies into his mouth. I thought it was funny and deserved slow motion. In this next scene, Donkey Kong has been put under a sleep spell, and the others are trying to convince Karul that Donkey Kong is actually awake in order to protect the crystal.
That's all.
Oh, believe me, I understand. You do look a little sluggish, and your color is a little off, too. In fact, you look, how do you say, oh yes, comatose.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, pay no attention to the monkey behind the monkey.
Look, boys.
Notice while Diddy Kong is pretending to be Donkey Kong, the glasses fall off Donkey Kong's face.
Baboon Boy Jr. was putting on a little puppet show.
Button it. What do you want, girl?
Must you ask? Really, Kranky, I expected better of you. The Crystal Coconut is coming home with me, the new Commander-in-Chief of Congo Bongo, and there's nothing you tiresome primates can do about it. Boys!
Yet, when Karul orders his henchmen to attack and take the Crystal Coconut, we're then shown Donkey Kong with the glasses back on his face. But they had just fallen on the floor. And even if you were to say that someone put them back on, what would be the point? Because Karul obviously knows that he's asleep, so there was no need to put them back on his face to trick them.
Charming sentiment, you pathetic...
So now the glasses are back on Donkey Kong's face, yet when Donkey Kong almost wakes up, he's shown him again, and he doesn't actually have the glasses on this time. And that brings me to the end of my short look at Donkey Kong Country. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please comment and subscribe, and stay tuned next week for a brand new show. Thanks for watching. Cheers.